Jupiter has moved into its new Nakshatra of Mrigshira. Let's take a look at how that impacts all of us. Hello everybody, I'm Tina Chaudhary. Welcome to my channel and a very, very warm Namaste. Aham Brahmasmi. I just want to apologize that I wasn't able to publish any videos for over a month, and I didn't even make my video on the monthly predictions for September either. But I had to have a couple of emergency procedures on my eyes, so the doctor had advised me to rest my eyes. And you know that making videos means that you have to have a very good source of light in front of you, whether it's the sunlight outside or the video lights indoors. And that wouldn't have been very good for my eyes either. So anyway, I'm pretty much healed now, and so here I am with my new video. I'll be back with my monthly predictions for October. Definitely try, make sure my eyes are perfectly healed by then. In the meantime, there has been a very important and impactful transit that has already occurred, and I wanted to make a video on the details and predictions by ascendant for that. And the transit is of Jupiter into its new nakshatra of Mrigshira. So let's take a look at what that transit means for all of us and the predictions for each ascendant based on this transit. So first, I'm going to take this opportunity to wish my viewers that have September birthdays a very happy birthday. May you have a wonderful day, and I wish that my divine bless you with the best of luck, happiness, prosperity, health, and may all your desires be filled this year. So a very happy birthday to all my September birthday viewers, and a very special birthday wish to Veena Chug, my childhood friend who's in India. Happy birthday and God bless always. This time I'd like to remind you that if you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I request that you do that now. And if you like my videos, please hit the like button and share my videos with friends and family. Jupiter has been in the zodiac of Taurus and in the nakshatra of Rohini since June 12th of this year. And now on August 21st, Jupiter has already transited into its new nakshatra of Mrigshira. But it will continue to stay in Taurus. And while it's in Mrigshira, it will become retrograde on October 9th. And due to it being retrograde, it will go back into Rohini on November 28th for a second time. It goes back in Rohini. It will stay in Rohini, and then on April 10th of next year, it will have to transit back for a second time into Mrigshira again. So you see how Jupiter is going back and forth between just these two nakshatras of Rohini and Mrigshira until the middle of next year. Now the nakshatra of Rohini is ruled by the moon. So while Jupiter was in Rohini, it was giving its impact based on the placement and the transit of the moon. Now I've mentioned several times that a planet will always give its results through its nakshatra planet. Now the moon is the fastest moving of all the 9 planetary bodies that we consider in Vedic astrology. So it only stays in for 2¼ days in the single zodiac. So in Rohini, Jupiter may have had us feeling as if we're riding a roller coaster along with the moon, so to speak. Things were maybe a little fast moving and unstable. Also, we may have been feeling or experiencing constantly changing events, and our own emotions could have been constantly changing up and down as well, based on the moon's transit, very fast. And now Jupiter is in Mrigshira, and Mrigshira is ruled by Mars. So Mars and Jupiter are friendly to each other. So it's an okay transit for us. So now let's take a detailed look at this nakshatra of Mrigshira. So Mrigshira is the name is translated. Mrig means the deer, the animal, and Shira means the head. So Mrigshira means a deer's head. This nakshatra, the ruling god of this nakshatra is Soma, which is also another name for the moon god. So this nakshatra is connected quite deeply with the moon's healing and rejuvenating energies. Soma is also the name for the mystical nectar of immortality that the gods supposedly consume to rejuvenate and maintain their powers. So if you look at the shape of the deer's head, it is also shaped like the crescent moon. Now Mrigshira overlaps 2 zodiacs, which is Taurus and Gemini, but in this case we are only speaking about the section that is in Taurus at this time. So in this case, it has the combined energy of Venus, the moon, and Jupiter as well. This nakshatra is a very tender nakshatra and is associated with beauty and creativity. Also, you may have noted that the deer is a very beautiful and gentle animal, and its face has beautiful features where the eyes are especially beautiful and very gentle. Usually, deer are found roaming in scenic, clean environments and never in dirty or unclean places. So this nakshatra rules all things beautiful, clean, attractive, and generally pleasant. So this phase could also indicate that individuals in the beauty industry could do very well during this period. As a side note, it's Venus and Moon conjunction that indicates physical beauty in a person. So if it's in the first or the second house of an individual, it makes the person physically very attractive. So it's this combination that indicates beauty. So normally a deer is always roaming and walking around on grassy terrain, and it seems to be smelling the ground or the grass as if it's searching for something. So this nakshatra is heavily associated with not just travel, but also for searching out new opportunities and perfumes. In fact, I have seen some of the most successful salespeople's charts have a very prominent Mrigshira in their birth charts. So during this transit, some of us may travel frequently. Also, this could be a very, very favorable time for salespeople and individuals in the marketing field. Now, it is also very favorable for travel and tours industry. The significance of soma, or the nectar of rejuvenation, represents healing and physical well-being. So this period is also considered particularly favorable for medical treatments, healing procedures, and starting wellness programs or good health habits. In fact, a lot of people may get very interested in health improvement and making changes in their own health and dietary habits in order to improve their physical and mental health during this transit phase. So you'll see lots of people trying to make changes in themselves. One of the characteristics that I mentioned previously was that the deer was always searching for something. In fact, the deer is always smelling a musk fragrance, and it's searching to find the source of it. In actuality, the source of the fragrance is located in its own body in the lower glands. Of course, it doesn't know that, so it just keeps searching for the source outside itself. Now, this is one of the most important aspects of this nakshatra that could be positive as well as take on a very challenging tone. Because when Mrigshira becomes activated, an individual may start searching for that special something that gives them what they think ultimate happiness or satisfaction. So Mrigshira denotes a certain dissatisfaction as well. They may get a sense of dissatisfaction with their present circumstances in life and start looking for something new. It could be a new job, new partner, new hobby, or new interest. Just whatever they feel they need to get that will give them ultimate happiness at the soul level. Which in some cases, it's okay if it's a reasonable search, reasonable goal. But in a lot of cases in the Mrigshira, it could also be that they're chasing the unattainable, or the search becomes permanent and could lead to permanent dissatisfaction, causing disruption and lots of confusions. Now, of course, this is supposed to be interpreted at a more deeper level, which means that a lot of times we go in search of happiness from external factors, but true happiness lies within us at all times. Finding happiness within ourselves basically means cultivating a sense of contentment, joy, and fulfillment that isn't solely dependent on external factors. We rely less on external validation or temporary pleasures and instead should focus on nurturing a stable sense of well-being. So basically the deeper level or understanding of nakshatra means, of Mrigshira nakshatra means that we should find our happiness within ourselves. As the deer keeps looking and searching outside for this musk that it keeps smelling, and it doesn't realize that that whole musk is within itself, Mrigshira makes a person feel that the happiness or the source of happiness and satisfaction lies externally. But this is the guidance that I'm giving you, is that when you start to begin that search, first make sure you look within yourself to find maybe that source of happiness or contentment or satisfaction maybe lies within you before you go searching for it outside. Or maybe you already have that sense of, or maybe you already have the source of that happiness and contentment already within you. Maybe you already have it, and instead you go searching for it because you have this false sense of dissatisfaction. So that's the guidance that I can give you as far as the Nakshatra Mrigshira is concerned. When Jupiter goes into Mrigshira, Jupiter is considered the Jeev, or our life form. When Jupiter goes into Mrigshira, it's basically telling us, look for the source of happiness and contentment within yourself. Don't go searching for it outside, because happiness lies within you. Your satisfactions, source of satisfaction and contentment are going to be within you. But certainly this nakshatra could make a lot of people go out searching for a lot of different things. And like I said, before you do that, search within yourself, look at what you already have, and you may realize that you already have what makes you happy. So who does this transit impact the most? For those individuals that are undergoing dashas of Jupiter or Mars, this transit is going to get activated, obviously. Especially if you also have planets in Mrigshira, in the nakshatra, those planets will also get activated now. The Mars ruled houses of Aries and Scorpio get activated now as well, but I'll take that into account when I do my predictions. I'm going to move on to predictions now, but just make sure that you understand that my predictions are always based on Vedic astrology and your rising sign or your ascendant sign, also called Lagna in Hindi. And I also always have timestamps on my video in my pinned comment in the comment section. Prediction for Aries. Aries, for you, Jupiter is transiting in the 2nd house, and it aspects the 6th, 8th and the 10th house. Mars rules your ascendant the ascendant house. It's your ascendant ruler, and it also rules the 8th house. Now understand that Jupiter actually rules your luck house, so this is a very lucky phase for you. These houses that are getting activated now are mainly the career houses and the finance houses, so this is going to be the focus for this phase for you. The 2nd house rules family, finance, and your speech. So be very cautious about your speech. Make sure it is confident and very clear, rather than aggressive and bossy. Otherwise, you could suddenly create issues within relationships as well as in the workplace. And like I mentioned, this phase is mainly about your career, but one of the things that you have to be very cautious about is how you talk to people and what your words are, because Mars gives you a very aggressive sort of a speech pattern. Now, it's a very favorable time for your career, and you will work hard with lots of energy to move forward in your career. Your relationships with your coworkers can improve. Just manage your communication and speech, as I mentioned previously. In fact, those individuals that are looking for a new job can get one now, because like I said, your luck factor is high this time. Because this phase is very good for battling against competition, especially this is even very good for students that are taking any kind of competitive tests. They could have very favorable results as well. Now, the one thing to watch for is later in the year, I think around October, Jupiter will go retrograde, and your ascendant ruler Mars also retrogrades. So then things may feel like they're slowing down. You may also feel that all of a sudden that you're not getting fast enough results. Don't be impatient. Just let the retrograde phase pass of both the Jupiter and Mars planets. Try not to make any life decisions during the retrograde phases of Jupiter and Mars, because Mars is your ascendant ruler, so you may not make the best decision during that time. Now, during this phase, it could also be an expensive time for you. You could have some expenses that relate to either real estate or if you own a business, you may be tempted to make more investments in them. So be very careful about what you want to do, and make sure you control your spending. Also, there could be some people that go on religious trips or go for trips to travel abroad for education purposes, and if you do that, that's going to have very favorable results. My guidance for Aries is to work very hard, put lots of positive effort into their career from now until October to get the best results in their career and finance. Prediction for Taurus. Taurus, Jupiter is transiting in your ascendant house, and it's aspecting the 5th, 7th, and the 9th house. Now, Mars rules your 12th house, and it also rules your 7th house. Now, normally Jupiter is not considered to be very favorable for Taurus ascendants because Jupiter and Venus are considered enemy planets. Mars is also not very friendly with your ascendant ruler Venus. But when Jupiter comes into the ascendant house, it could be considered a little bit of a relief, because I've mentioned this previously before that when Jupiter comes into the ascendant house, it's considered a blessing from the divine. So the favorable aspects of this transit for Taurus could be related to business owners due to the activation of the 7th house. The 7th house is a house of marriage and spouse, but it's also the house of business. So business owners at this time are going to do exceptionally well, but the condition is also that you may end up making additional investments, or your spending is going to be increased. Also, you may end up traveling and searching for new business opportunities, but overall this could result very favorably for you. Some Taurus could also end up getting sudden profits during this time, but if you're not careful with your spending or be wise about your investments, there could be sudden losses as well, because Jupiter does rule your house of loss, which is the 8th house. So be very careful about your investments and how you grow your business, and you could see very good profits as well. Some Taurus could get married during this transit because of the activation of the 7th house, as I mentioned, but that depends very heavily on your dashas or antardashas that you're running at this time. So the aspect on the 5th house signifies love relationships. So there's a chance of the single Taurus finding someone special. But one of the things you have to be aware that Ketu is transiting in your 5th house, and Ketu has separative tendencies, and Ketu doesn't like relationships. So those already in relationships could also experience some challenges due to that Ketu separative nature. But this also heavily depends on which dashas or antardashas you're running. And so this same would apply on the 5th house for Taurus, women that are hoping to conceive during this time, because the 5th house does represent birth of children or your children. So they need to exercise a lot of caution during this time. Now, the 7th house, like I said, is being aspected, and the 7th house relates to marriage. The married Taurus, there can be some pressure on the marriage, so they need to control aggression and tendency to be combative with the spouse. Be as understanding as possible. Also, you need to take good care of your own and your spouse's health as well. So there is some good news. The 9th house of luck is getting activated. So the 9th house denotes divine or spirituality. Stay close to your divine, and doing mantras, meditation can definitely help with any problems or challenges you experience. Asking for blessings from the divine of whichever faith you follow is the remedy of any difficulties you experience, and also activates your luck factor. Prediction for Gemini. Gemini, for you, Jupiter is transiting in the 12th house, and it's aspecting the 4th, 6th, and the 8th house. For you, Mars owns the 6th and the 11th house. Jupiter is not friendly for Gemini because Gemini is ruled by Mercury, and Jupiter and Mercury are not friendly with each other. And this transit is also touching some challenging houses. So this transit could be just a little bit tricky for the Gemini ascendants. So both the health houses, which is the 12th and the 6th, are getting activated. So the most important aspect of this transit is going to be your health, especially if you're elderly or prone to health issues. Now, especially prone are issues with digestion and feet. Those individuals with heart or blood-related health issues should also be a little careful and vigilant during this time. Especially when Jupiter is retrograde after October, then the past health issues could resurface. Manage your speech, choice of words, because this could get you in trouble in relationships, especially with your spouse and your in-laws. Choose your words carefully and wisely. Some Geminis may relocate or have to change their residence and or even just have a real estate transaction during this time. I've been saying that about Geminis for a long time, but I think if you haven't done that already, this is just the prime time where you would have that real estate transaction, because Mars does signify real estate. Take care or control your workplace relationships and performance at this time. Rahu is already in your 10th house of career, which is owned by Jupiter, so there can be sudden changes in your workplace or job situation. Work hard, don't make any mistakes or errors in your job, because you don't want anything sudden to happen that causes a job change that you didn't want. And for those Geminis that are working in professions or careers that are related to foreign countries, overseas businesses, then it's a favorable time in their career. Some Geminis, in fact, may even have a change of career during this time. And if there is, it could be beneficial. Just make sure you do this with good guidance and not do anything impulsively. Because Jupiter is in the 12th house, and the 12th house does denote expenses, there could be a chance of sudden expense coming up, and this could relate to either health or real estate matters, so just become aware and vigilant of that. The 12th house actually does also denote foreign travel, so Geminis, be prepared if some of you might go on a foreign trip as well, and the expense could relate to that as well. And lastly, but certainly not the least, there's a chance of sudden unearned financial gains, such as insurance settlements that you may have been waiting for, inheritance, or gains from in-laws as well. This could happen as well, especially if you've been waiting for, or if you want to apply for certain unearned type of income, then you can do that at this time as well. Prediction for Cancer. Cancer, Jupiter is transiting in your 11th house, and it's aspecting your 3rd, 5th, and 7th house. Mars owns or rules over your 10th house of career and your 5th house. Jupiter is very favorable to your ascendant ruler, the moon. And so these are the favorable houses that are getting aspected and activated at this time. Jupiter is also the ruler of your house of luck, which is the 9th house. So Cancer can hope to experience a very favorable time now. They certainly deserve it because they've had such a tough time. Your luck now gets activated, where you see good gains and also some wish fulfillment. Although my guidance is that since the 3rd house of communication and self-effort is getting activated, the trick to getting the best benefits is to make lots of self-effort, take good initiatives, and have lots of courage to move forward in a very positive manner. And best of all, have perfectly pleasant communication skills. And so with all these, there's no stopping you from achieving lots of favorable results in almost anything you deserve in your career as well as your personal life. This transit is exceptionally favorable in terms of career and finance. In fact, lots of Cancers can get a new job now if they have been looking for one. Now, for those Cancers that have the desire to move forward with higher education, then that is possible now as well. In fact, some Cancers may even travel abroad for career or educational reasons. During this phase, your social circle even expands, and you may make new contacts and friends with positive people who are also helpful to you and are supportive of you. Students, this is a great time, and you work with lots of focus and achieve very good results. Both the travel houses are getting activated for Cancer, so there can be plenty of travel for fun reasons, for religious reasons, or even for educational purposes during this transit. The single Cancers are likely to initiate new relationships, and some may even get married or engaged during this transit. Those wishing to add to their family by the birth of children, it's a very, very favorable time for that as well. Now, some Cancers will feel an attraction towards spirituality or religion, and either try to find a guru, mentor, or spiritual teacher to guide them in their spiritual path. This can heavily activate not only their luck factor, but also their happiness. So by all means do that. My guidance to Cancer at this time is stay very close to your divine ask for their blessings, and there's no stopping how much luck or happiness they can bring into their life at this time. This transit is very favorable for Cancer. Cancer, put in your best effort and get the best results during this transit. Prediction for Leo. Leo, for you, Jupiter is in the 10th house and it will aspect the 2nd, 4th, and the 6th houses. Now for you, Mars owns the 9th house and the 4th houses, and so Jupiter is very friendly to your ascendant ruler, the Sun. It acts as a support to it, so this transit could be very supportive and favorable transit for Leos, and it's mainly, the main focus is going to be around your career and your finance houses, because Jupiter is transiting in your 10th house, which is the house of career. Mars is aspecting the house of career from the 4th house, and Jupiter also rules your 9th house, which is the house of luck for you. So this is a time when luck starts to favor you, especially, like I said, related to career matters as well as financial matters. In fact, those Leos that have been looking for a new job for a very long time, there's the possibility of getting one now. Your relationships with coworkers could improve as well if you're currently employed. Now, some Leos may even have real estate transactions that could prove to be rather beneficial for them. Individuals that are engaged in Mars-related type of professions, such as real estate, buying or selling real estate design, or even food-related industries such as cooking, restaurant business, or any profession that wear the uniforms. Now, those are considered Mars-related professions, such as the police or armed forces, will also do exceptionally well. Individuals that are in the home design, home decor items, or beauty related industries, professions will also do exceptionally well. In fact, if you're in those industries and you're looking for a job, the chance of you finding one is exceptionally high at this time. Now, this is also a time when your health improves drastically and you have very good healing energy. In fact, if you're experiencing health issues previously, then you get relief from that and you start feeling better. For students, this transit provides very favorable results as well. They work hard, they have good focus and achieve very positive results. Your children do really well if they're younger. If you have older children, adult children, then your relationship with them improves or is very positive as well. Single Leos can find that special someone, and if you're already in a love relationship, then there's a very positive time in that relationship as well. This is a favorable time for getting engaged or even married for Leo. So there's the transit promises to have very positive love relationships as well as in the marriage. There can be sudden gains of the unearned type, such as insurance or inheritance, or gains from your in-laws as well. So Leo, this is a very favorable transit for you. Do everything you can to make this work for you. Work hard, go after what you want, and good luck to you. Prediction for Virgo. Virgo, for you, Jupiter is in the 9th house and it aspects your ascendant house, which means your own physical body, the 3rd house, and the 5th house. And for you, Mars owns the 8th house and the 3rd house. Now, the 8th house indicates obstacles as well as health issues, and the 3rd house indicates your communication and hard work and self-effort. So now the focus is on your working quite hard and also maybe encountering obstacles and delays, and your energy level may be low at this time. You need to take care of your health during this transit. You will need to be cautious a lot about your communication with just about everyone. Don't get aggressive or combative with others. It could result in damaged relationships, especially with your younger siblings and your spouse. Jupiter rules your domestic environment and happiness, so manage your aggression at home, like I said, primarily with your spouse. There is a chance of sudden outbursts of anger, so also take care of the health of your spouse at this time. The positive aspect of this transit is that Jupiter is transiting in your 9th house, which is the house of luck. And it is also aspecting your ascendant house, which is your physical body. So this is considered a blessing of the divine to your physical body. So even if you experience any health issues, There can be good healing as well, so you really don't have to worry about it. Now, but my guidance is to manage your diet and food habits very well. Eat a balanced diet, eat balanced meals, and stay away from too many sugary foods. Jupiter denotes sugar, and it also denotes glandular health issues such as diabetes and thyroid, and it also denotes respiratory issues such as asthma. So if you already have those health issues, manage and control them really well. And due to the blessing of Jupiter, you may not have too many issues with them, but my guidance is to make sure that you do control and manage your health at this time very well. The other issue is that since Jupiter rules your fourth house of mental peace, you may be mentally stressed for no good reason. So you need to make sure that you find ways to de-stress or calm your mind. Staying close to the divine, mantra chanting, meditation, yoga are some of the things you can do to help with mental tension, as well as it activates your luck and the divine blessings. So you have to tell yourself that it is the transit that's making you worry, and that there really may be no good reason that you're worried or mentally stressed. And that is just something you're going to have to work on yourself. Understand the divine is with you and is blessing you at this time as well. So good luck and take good care of yourself. Prediction for Libra. Libra, for you, Jupiter is in the 8th house and it aspects the 12th, 2nd, and the 4th houses. Mars owns the 7th house and the 2nd house for you. Venus is your ascendant ruler, and Jupiter are not considered friendly to each other because they denote quite contradictory energies. They're also enemy planets. And the 8th house that Jupiter is in is not a favorite of astrologers because it represents challenges and obstacles. Also, it has an element of suddenness. Also, some of your other challenging houses are either getting activated or aspected, such as the 6th and the 12th houses. So it's a time to take care of your health. You could be already quite mentally stressed due to Ketu in the 12th house. This means that you have been doing a lot for others. And also a lot of you could have had a lot of stuff going on in your life. So it could mean that all of this doing for others, things going on, have probably put a lot of mental stress on you in the last few months or last several months. And so this is a time when you need to de-stress and try your best to not worry about family matters, finance related issues. Also, if you're a business owner, you may have been stressed over business related matters as well. So like I said, this is a time when you need to do everything you can to de-stress, or it may start to affect your health as well as relationships. This stress, like I said, could impact your behavior and attitude at home, where you take on a very combative and bad mood with everyone. And this, like I said, damages your relationships. Maintaining a calm and peaceful mind could help your health and your relationships during this transit. This is especially applicable to your marriage and spouse as well. So if you have been stressed in the past, I'm cautioning you to make sure you do everything you can to de-stress during this time. Otherwise, your health can get affected. Like I said, the 8th house, Jupiter is in the 8th house, and there's an element of suddenness, and that suddenness could relate to poor health. As far as career is concerned, it's time to just kind of lay low and do your job well. There could be sudden events that you didn't even expect. So it's not the time to mess up or take chances with your career or profession. So the good news is that if you are able to control your stress factor and stay calm, then you could enjoy a very, very happy family life, even with the extended family, not just the immediate family. So my guidance to you is do as much as you can easily manage and rest your body and mind as much as you can. Try to enjoy your life with your family, extended family. Don't try to overdo things or do a lot of things for others and, tax your body, your mind, become stressed over it. Ketu in the 12th house does try to make you do things over and above what you can easily manage. So try to control that tendency. Try to remain calm and enjoy your family as much as possible. Prediction for Scorpio.
Scorpio, Jupiter is transiting in your 7th house and aspecting the 3rd, 11th, and your own ascendant house as well. Mars is your ascendant ruler and it also rules your 6th house. Mars and Jupiter are very friendly to each other, and Jupiter rules your wealth house as well. So this transit is mainly related to income and wealth. And if you are a business owner, it could be an exceptional time for you as far as wealth generation is concerned. Some Scorpios could even have sudden gains via investments, and business owners could see a lot of good positive gains in their business. Even other professionally employed people could see gains via their career and professions. For some Scorpios, there could be some changes in their workplace that could be for the better, such as improved relationships with their co-workers or better workplace environment, things like that. Later in October and November, when Jupiter turns retrograde and Mars will turn retrograde shortly after, you will need to take care of your health and be very vigilant about health issues that you experienced in the past, because they could reoccur during the retrograde phases of your ascendant ruler Mars. So take good care of your health at that time. Students may also experience lack of focus and get easily distracted, so may have to work extra hard and repeat their efforts during this retrograde phase after October and November. For women that are looking to conceive or have a baby, take extra precautions during that same retrograde phase. If you have children, manage your relationship with them if they're adult, and if they are very young, then be very supportive and pay attention to their educational needs. Your social circle and also professional network expands, and you may get in touch with supportive and very positive people in your life that prove to be good friends or very beneficial for you in the future. Overall, this is a favorable time from a financial standpoint, because if you make lots of effort and put in lots of hard work, you could see excellent benefits and results from it. Make good use and take full advantage of this powerful transit by going after whatever it is that you want, especially prior to October. Your wishes and desires have a very good chance of getting fulfilled, so make sure you put good effort and go after what it is that you want from a financial standpoint as well as professional standpoint. However, the one guidance that I do have for you is regarding your marriage and spouse. Make sure you stay calm and pleasant, and don't have a combative and argumentative tone with them. Otherwise, this could be damaging for your marriage and your relationship with your spouse.
Prediction for Sagittarius.
Sagittarius, Jupiter is your ascendant ruler and it is transiting in your 6th house at this time, and it is aspecting your 2nd, 12th, and your 10th house. Mars rules your 5th and 12th houses. Jupiter and Mars are friendly to each other, so this transit puts the focus on your career and workplace, income and finances. This is a favorable time for financial gains from prior investments, but making new investments should be done very carefully because the chance of loss is high. It's also a time to control your expenses because they could get out of control rather easily because of the activation of the 12th house. Now, the reason for the expense could be matters related to the home, such as home improvement, domestic items, or decorative items. Some Sagittarius may even have real estate transactions or purchases, or even purchase a vehicle. Now, the 5th house rules education, love life, and children. So students may do very well during this time. They work hard and they achieve very good results. If you have children, they also do well during this time. This is a favorable time for conception of children or having a baby. It is also a very positive time for love life, as well as, in fact, some Sagittarius may even get engaged during this time. Single Sagittarius couldn't find that special someone that they've been looking for, so very positive time for love life indeed. During this phase, there is a chance for Sagittarius to travel long distance or even to a foreign destination. In fact, students could have the chance to travel for educational purposes as well. This is an excellent time in terms of career for Sagittarius, especially those in the finance, auditing, banking sectors, as well as those in the foreign languages or spirituality related careers. Guidance is that you must have positive and professional speech in the workplace and maintain very good relationships with your coworkers as well as your superiors. This would give you very favorable results. In fact, those Sagittarius wishing to move to work in a foreign country, this is also a very favorable time for that. So overall, this is a very positive time for your career. Make sure you maintain very good relationships with everybody in the workplace, and also your communication is par excellence and very professional. My last guidance for Sagittarius is regarding your health. Please take good care of your health by eating healthy and don't overindulge, and avoid risky adventurous activities during this transit.
Prediction for Capricorn.
Capricorn, Jupiter is transiting in your 5th house, and it aspects your 9th, 11th, and your own ascendant house, which is the 1st house. Mars rules your 4th house and your 11th house. Now, Mars and your ascendant ruler Saturn are bitter enemies. But Jupiter in the 5th house gives very good results, especially since Mars rules your 11th house of gains and desire fulfillment. So you get good results of all the significations of the 5th house. Also, Jupiter aspects all your positive houses, such as the 9th house of luck and dharma, and also your own ascendant house. So it's as if it's the divine blessing you. You will receive good gains from investments and your financial planning. So just please stay cautious and don't do anything financially risky. Otherwise, you get really good gains though. Your intelligence will be enhanced and you make good decisions about yourself, your health, as well as your children and your love life. All those are significations of the 5th house. If you have young children, then they do really well in education. In fact, this is also an exceptional time for students, and they perform very well with increased intelligence and focus. Your creativity is at its peak as well. So individuals that are in independent contractors or work independently or in the field of education do very well also. Also, individuals that are in creative fields do exceptionally well. Now, those in the field of social media, sales, marketing, and sports do exceptional as well in terms of financial gains and newer opportunities as well. In fact, if you want to go searching for new opportunities, now this is for all Capricorn, you will find unlimited success now. Your health and mental stress is much better, and you feel a lot better and healthier and even relieved now. And this is because of the fact of the aspect on your ascendant house and Mars ruling your 4th house. The 4th house rules your mental peace and your domestic happiness. So at this time, since August 21, you probably feel a little better, less mentally stressed. When Jupiter and Mars both become retrograde later in October, that's the time you may feel a little bit more tired and stressed out. But before that, you feel a lot better. So take care of your health as well as your mother's health after that time. So we're talking maybe later October, late October, November time frame. This is also an excellent time for love relationships, or for the single Capricorn. They may find that special someone very good time. Some Capricorns get engaged during this time as well. For those Capricorns that would want to start a family or have children, or this is also a very good time for that. Now, these are all significations of the 5th house. So this is a wonderful time for that. Now, the 9th house of luck gets activated. So at this time, I would say stay close to your dharma and your religion. Ask for blessings of the divine every day, and that will activate your luck factor as well. A wonderful time for Capricorn.
Prediction for
Aquarius, Jupiter is transiting in your 4th house, and it aspects the 8th, 10th, and 12th houses. Mars rules your 10th house of career as well as your 3rd house of communication, self-effort, and initiatives. Your ascendant ruler Saturn and Mars are considered to be bitter enemies, but for Aquarius, Mars rules their career. So this transit could be very favorable in a lot of respects. Since Jupiter rules both your wealth houses and Mars rules your career, I don't think it could get much better for Aquarius, especially if you are running any sort of dasha or antardasha of Jupiter, Mars, or Saturn. Aquarius will have many opportunities for career growth. They will put in lots of hard work and effort and immediately receive the financial rewards and benefits of their efforts. If you're looking for a new job, it's entirely possible now. If Aquarius has been waiting for any kind of promotion or career improvement of any kind, that's possible too as well. Business owners have the possibility of expanding their business. This is a transit that is going to bring all kinds of opportunities for Aquarius, for which they will be very motivated to work hard and to generate very good income. Some Aquarius may have real estate transactions, and some may even spend on purchasing a new vehicle or a car. When Jupiter retrogrades and Mars retrogrades as well, which is going to be much later in October and November time frame, that's the time Aquarius will need to take care of their health and mental stress. Things might seem like they're slowing down at that time. Also, they may feel tired and have some work pressures at that time. Stay away from any adventurous activities during the retrograde phase and take care of your mother's health at that time. The only guidance that I do have for Aquarius at this time is that they control their spending. Although both their income houses are getting activated, the expense house, which is the 12th house, is also being aspected. So they should be very cautious about their spending along with their investment and financial planning. They need to be cautious about that. So they're very careful about that because the chance of loss is present as well at this time. So be careful with their expenses and also be very careful in financial planning at this time. This transit for Aquarius also brings the possibility of long distance or foreign travel for Aquarius. I'm bringing some positive predictions after a very, very long time for Aquarius. So Aquarius, definitely enjoy, and I certainly hope that they all come true for you. Prediction for Pisces. Pisces, Jupiter is your ruling planet and it is transiting in your 3rd house. Mars rules your 2nd house of finance and family and your 9th house of luck. Jupiter and Mars are supportive of each other, so it can be an okay transit for you. Normally, Jupiter in the 3rd house is not considered favorable, but because Mars for Pisces rules the house of luck, which is the 9th house, this transit does activate your luck factor. For Pisces, Jupiter rules their career house, so this transit brings them good opportunity to advance in their career, as well as improvement in finances and income. Individuals that are in the field of sales, marketing, social media, and sports, and all communication related professions will have exceptional professional success. Professionals in the real estate industry will also have an excellent chance of incurring income via commission due to increased opportunities. Jupiter is in the 3rd house, and the 3rd house rules communication. So make sure your communication skills are excellent, professional, and pleasant at all times. This is going to be the trick to achieve best career results during this transit for all Pisces. Business owners can also see good business growth through their self-effort and hard work during this transit. This is also a very favorable time for marriage, so some Pisces may get married during this time. The married Pisces may enjoy a very harmonious time with their spouse during this transit. The travel houses are getting activated, which is the 3rd house and the 9th house. So Pisces may be doing some traveling for fun, which is short distance, or for educational purposes as well. Some Pisces may even travel for religious purposes. Pisces will expand their social circle and professional network, and this can be through spiritual or religious activities. In fact, this could be a time when Pisces is very attracted towards spirituality and religion, and even try to find a spiritual guru or mentor or teacher to follow. Following any kind of spiritual activities or asking for blessings of your divine will activate good happiness and luck in your life. My guidance for Pisces is to make sure that they put in lots of self-effort and hard work in order to see any kind of career or business success that they desire. This is because Jupiter is in the third house, and the third house indicates self-effort, hard work, and courage. So don't be shy, put in lots of hard work, and you will see a lot of good success and good financial rewards for that.
With this, I come to the end of my video. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I will see you on one of my future videos. Everybody, have a very good September and a very